Even Jack says hi to YouTube. See? He says hello. Molly. See who gets on here. We're going to talk about the reading I just did, and I didn't want to go into it too much. Figured I'd keep it as the reading and people can take it how it is. But it all boils down to this matrix stuff that we've all been into. Hi, Molly. It's all been in about this lack mentality, lack matrix, um, and moving into abundance. If you have not saw the reading I just did, you may want to go watch it. Who's on here? Anybody that was on my reading? Molly, stop. Oh, stop it. Oh, hi, Jess. How you doing? I gotta put my glasses on. Let's see here. Hi, Jackie. Look at this. Excuse you. Biting my hair. I love my kitties. Where's my kisses? Mwah. By the way, my reading makes sense. I don't know, I gotta go back and rewatch it. It's still uploading. And it was live, so it could take a while. And I pissed people off probably, but I don't care. See my eyes? I don't give a shit. Do what the universe told me to do. That's what I've been doing. Universe says get on and do a reading, I do it. Universe says stay off there for a while, I do. Can't be positive? Don't go and give negative messages. However, I did have to call out the injustice being done within the community, of course. But yeah. The universe has been giving me all kinds of ideas for abundance. That's part of the reason I haven't been on YouTube a whole lot. Because I've been working on other things, not to mention I have still been purging the rest of the third dimensional bullshit matrix. I'm glad they finally took that yucky dumpster away from the front of my house. That is a good thing. So, all of that stuff's gone. Gone! So, there's some things that I still have to do. I have been working, most of my baths are done. My oils are done. My bracelet chargers. I ended up getting some crushed tourmaline that are going in all of my baths as well. Yeah. You only need a small squirt. Plus, I have sprays too that match the smell. So, put it in your hair. You could put it in on your bed linens. Put on your body spray. Use it as body spray. It's pretty powerful and potent. So, and I have a bunch of different scents. I have a bunch of different kinds at this point. I have one that's called Wake Up. I'm gonna call it Wake the Fuck Up, but E-Dog, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? So yeah. Jess, are you working? Now, today. Okay, good deal. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty well. Everybody hit the thumbs up button, please. Cool. Are you working from home? Or do you still have to go in? Because I don't know. Because I really think that that's going to be a new thing. Mm-hmm. I really feel like that these companies are going to realize, look, you want to know what? We can actually keep people safer, get more productivity done, and pay them well, all they need is their computer. We don't have to be lording over people anymore because they're getting their job done. And if your work ethic sucks, they'll fire you, you know, rightfully so. But I think that that's honestly going to be a new thing. And then you get to be the mother and parent to your children the way you should have been able to. Instead of having to go into a yucky, mucky, gross office dealing with douchebags. Third degree major people. 3D people, and yeah. Not to mention, you could do multitask. Like, people don't even understand the benefits of working from home. So, there's plenty of them. I think even what I heard, by the way, they're even talking about that in DC. About the possibility of being able to work instead of being in an office, working from home. Think about that. Think about all the possibilities. I think that's brilliant. I always have. And we have the technology to do it. And there's going to be even more technology too. Think of all the gas you're going to save. No, Jack. Think of safety. I don't know how parents would feel about their kids not going to school anymore and having, because that'd be really hard to actually work a job and then have your children there unless you had a tutor or something or paid a tutor to come. And that's not going to be easy, but that very well could be something that they're going to be talking about is the homeschool. They very well could cyber these kids. They just have to get used to it instead of being in a classroom. Then again, we need human interaction. Humans need other human interaction. So there has to be a way to get that. I certainly didn't like it when I'd rather much be with people who needed me. Now, there's going to be some people who can't work from home, obviously, especially if they're working in a shelter or a therapist could, but some people who have been horribly wounded and stuff like that, they need a hug. They need to feel loved. It's like your kids need a hug. You know? So some jobs could definitely very well come home-based. And I like that idea. I mean, I've been doing this it hasn't been that lucrative, but I certainly has helped with my healing, and I think I've helped a lot of other people, and I'm going to be rewarded for this, what I've done so far because of my obedience and guided the right way. My abundance is coming. It shows it right there with the corn and with the 10 of Pentacles that came out. So that's the outcome. I think it's going to be like this. It's going to be quicker than what we think. Hey, you are something else. You know what? I'm going to come here. If I can't hold you, then you're not going to sit here and meow at me. Just to be heard. See, anytime I'm talking on here, that one, you always have to be heard, don't you? Scooped you up. Ha ha ha. Oh, stop it. Yeah. Do you want me to kick you out? I'll kick you out of the room. I have no problem doing that. She just walked up to Jack and put her paw out. He's sitting on my tarot table now. He does this to me. He knows I'm sitting over there and I'm in spirit, and yeah, then he'll go sit there for a while. That's what he does. So, okay, Molly, out, 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 out. Don't make me chase you around. Out, go. Then you need to be quiet. We don't have time for that. All right. Sorry about that. She's still in here. Like I said, anytime she hears me get on here or talk or anything, she has to distract. Me? What do you mean, Jess? Who's all on here? Speak your mind. Speak your piece. I want to know how you guys are doing with this quarantine, because last week I said 7 to 10 days. Oh, okay. Yes. I know you're here, but there's 6 other people in here. Nobody's saying nothing. I know E-Dog was on here. So hi, everybody that's on here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I do appreciate that. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. Last week, very much so was it channeled. 7 to 10 days that we were going to see the increase, and then it was going to drop off. Days. Well, it hasn't even been 6. And I'm not saying that has to do with the light workers action. Hi, Jess. How you doing? Jess and Jess meet each other. That has to do, honestly, Jess, the one's a Pisces, the other one's an Aries. And I welcome all my fellow Aries, because most Aries don't usually get along. I'm still here cleaning the kitchen and listening. Hi, dog. If you guys remember that reading, I said 7 to 10 days. And I just saw last night on the news that the bell curve is now going down. And I don't take all credit for that, because it wasn't just me. It was all of us that's been praying. I've been more praying a lot about the truth being exposed. E-Dog's good at multitasking. I should call E-Dog and let him tell you what happened during my clearing with him, if he would want to. Just have a telephone call that you guys can listen to. E-Dog, are you real busy? E-Dog, can you take 10 or 15 minutes to talk about... I'm going to call you on my other cell phone. Or you call me on the other cell phone, which is the cell phone I don't usually use, but because I'm on my main one. E-Dog! See if he's willing to testify of what happened during our... I'm going to give him a call. You guys want to hear what happened? And you guys can hear it for yourself. E-Dog, I am on my regular cell phone. Will you call this cell phone, please? Yes. I'm going to give you my other cell phone number. And I don't care who has the cell phone number, because nobody calls it anyway. Any of you can have this cell phone number. It's cool. I'm like, this is one that... Hang on a minute. I got to figure out what it is. I don't even know this number. That's how pathetic it is. Okay. E-Dog. Everybody write down this number. 570-1570 809-1506. I'll just say it. I don't care. I don't even use this phone except for to do readings, so it is what it is. I have this. This is my normal cell phone number. I don't pay for. Okay, 1570 809 1506. Found love in a hopeless place. Found love in a hopeless place. Come on, E-Dog, give me a call. I love this guy. He's amazing. You guys are going to get a real life testimonial of what happens during my energy clearings now, which is different than when I first started them. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes. So, most of y'all know how I roll if you've gotten energy clearings from me. But it's your responsibility to keep up on your own maintenance after you're clear. Can't go back to doing the same old dumb shit that you were doing before and think that it's not going to, and then blame me and say, that didn't work. I was feeling great for about 3 weeks, and then I started screwing around with this low vibrational piece of shit, and now I'm back to a worse situation. Well, what are you letting in your chakra system? Are you still focused on yourself and focused on your own healing, or are you focused on someone other than what you're supposed to be doing? When you know your gut instinct is saying, this person is no good for me. Most of my people, though, their healings have sticked. Or they've gotten better. I'm going to let y'all know something. We all have attachments coming into this world. We do. Every single one of us. We have attachments. Whether it's to your physical body inside your body or to your auric field. You came into this life born into a family line, ancestral line, that had attachments. Yeah, I've done that too, and I've said never again as well, and I ended up falling into the same damn thing with just somebody different. Same type of energy, different face. So now, yep. Well, sometimes it feels like butterflies and it feels good. And then it turns sick real quick. And it's like, I remember this feeling. I know exactly what this is. I've been there, done this before. T-Dog. Hey, boo-boo.
Hi, my love.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. You're live on YouTube, so you're aware. Nobody can see you, they just can hear you.
Hi, everyone.
E-Dog says hello.
Well, yeah, what's going on?
Well, I wanted you to kind of just give a little bit of a testimonial about how your energy clearing went and why you got it done and what you were struggling with and what you're no longer struggling with as a result. And I want you to tell him about what actually transpired after your reading.
Gotcha. Okay. So, all right, so I'll start off why I felt led to get the clearing. So, basically, I was dealing with false twin, you would say, for about 2 years. So after going through that, just purging those energies and just that brought up a lot of things, from childhood, I guess, past life issues. So I was really, heavily depressed and had a lot of anxiety. So, spirit just started to lead me in, certain people's directions. And, I came across your YouTube channel and I began to follow you. And that's when I found out that you did, energy clearing. So, spirit just really laid it on my heart to get an energy clearing from you, which, I've never really did anything like that before. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know what to expect. I just really felt called to get the energy clearing done. So, I reached out to you. We set it up, and you told me, you was like, you asked about the things I've been going through. You recommended I go pick up some crystals, so I did all of that. We did the energy clearing, and it was life changing. I've never experienced anything like that before. I've always been a believer in, like esoteric things, but to actually just like feel the energies come over my body and the things that I was feeling, it was just mind blowing for me. So, like, one of the things I remember during the energy clearing, it was like when you began to call in Archangel Michael, and during that time, I felt like this, like my entire body started to heat up. Like I even told you, I was like, okay, can you hold on for a second? Like I started to get really, really hot. And it was weird. Also, I remember you called in like a blue flame sword, and I remember because I had my eyes closed, and I literally saw the sword like it was right in front of my face, and that freaked me out. So, the clearing went well. I really felt like a lot of things that I used to worry about, like, my relationship with my parents and things like that, which is not the best. I noticed, like, after had this sense of knowing that for a reason, and I started to just get these downloads on how, everything I went through was for my good, and I was able to see, things from a different perspective. That was really the biggest thing that I got out of the clearing,
Hang on one second. Hey, hold on one second,
Okay.
Eric. Someone said, go figure, YouTube's buffering.
What?
Oh, yeah.
See, they be on you so hard. That is crazy.
I know, isn't that funny? It's because I'm the damn truth.
That is crazy.
Okay, is it still buffering, Jess? She said she had to get out and come back in.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. What did you think? Hang on one second. What did you think, Eric, when we were doing the actual removal part of the cords? Because I don't cut cords. We remove them up in this bitch. We don't cut them because they grow back. And then they sometimes grow back stronger. When we removed the cords, it wasn't like it hurt, but it got real hot.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because I would feel like you would point out like you were feeling something in like on your body, and it was funny because I was feeling like the same exact thing. Like, no kidding, it was weird.
Yeah, because I scan my own body when I'm tapped in, and I can usually tell what's going on in my client. where there's a blockage. Also, if there is even something that's going on even physically, it's usually a spirit or spiritual infirmity, and I'll even remove those. And it might not even be attached to your chakra system. It could be anywhere in your body, whether it's in your back or your arm, weird spots. Could have been where there was a trauma from a past life as well, and we remove all of that. And then,
and so the one part of the clearing where it got really, really intense, and this is no lie, like
listen to this. This is interesting. This is what I wanted him to tell you. Go ahead.
you were doing the clearing, and we were just about wrapping it up.
Well, I was calling in Raphael. When Raphael came in and started with the green liquid, that's usually when the demonic entities will try and that's why I had said to people, I have to do an interview at this point with people because which I did with you, and I knew who you were, and I knew that you were definitely ready. But for people just to get clearance, don't send me money until we have it set up and it's right before the clearing. Don't send me money because I'll consider it a donation. I ain't sending it back, period. It's too much of a pain in the ass to try and reverse PayPal stuff. So just don't send me money until we're game on. That's the way I look at it.
And it's for everyone's protection because, when it happened to me, I wasn't expecting it.
Listen to this.
I wasn't ready. It was, everything was going smooth, and it was just like, when you called in Raphael, things got really intense. I started to feel a tightness around my neck, like, literally, it was like someone was grabbing the base of my neck and was just like applying pressure. And I wish I would have recorded it because I think I kind of freaked you out because I was like, hold on, Lisa, you gotta stop. And it was getting so tight, and you just begin to, call in more help, and, you ask the spirit to leave, and, the pressure started to ease up, but literally I felt, and my spirit knew too, it was like whatever attachment this was not trying to let me go. And it wanted to stay, whatever it was, it wanted to stay. And that's just how I felt. And it was like, it was holding on for dear life. So, once we worked through that, and, and we were done with the energy clearing, I got off the phone with Lisa, and I felt really good.
He was crying.
I definitely felt different.
He was crying. Yeah. He was like, oh my God, what was that? That was awesome. Like, that was the most amazing thing that I've ever experienced. And he's had other experiences with healers and stuff, but nothing. He said, yours is so different than, and I said, well, yeah, because it came directly from source. Like I get all of my stuff, even my stuff that I make comes directly from the spirit. I don't copy anybody. My healing modality is different than anybody else's. And I use 3 entities. That's it. I use my Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, and the Holy Spirit that lives inside me that's directly attached to Jesus, which is the only one who can cast out demonic entities. And that's what we were dealing with him. Bar none.
Definitely.
It legit grabbed his throat and turned his head. I had to rebuke it, tell it to stop, and cast it out. And I had to have him also tell it to leave. And it did. It left and released, and it was gone. So when I
But
say
whatever
this is no
was not
pussy,
happy though.
it was not happy. It was pissed because it had the opportunity. We released it into the light. It could have went back to the light of God. However, explain what happened after. This was like an hour or two after his energy clearing.
Okay.
Here we go. Wait till you hear this.
So,
And I got pictures to prove it. He sent me pictures.
So once we were done with the energy clearing, I had a clear quartz crystal. Lisa was like, you know, take the crystal, don't touch it, wrap it up in the sock, set it outside. So I took the crystal, wrapped it up, put it on my patio. You know, me and Lisa, we chatted for, you know, maybe 30 minutes or so. And, you know, we got off the phone. And after then, you know, I took a shower and I just like fell into this really deep sleep. It was very refreshing, I would say, but it was a very deep sleep. And next thing I know, this was maybe like 2-3 hours after we did the clearing. I get woken up by rounds of apartment building.
That's gated.
So, you know, there are all types of people around. Yeah,
it's like, a gated community.
This has never happened since I've been living over there. So for this to happen right after the clearing on this particular day was kind of freaky to me. But so I woke up and it was about 8 rounds of gunshots. Like they were just coming. They were like two, 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 and it was like, whoa, like what the hell? So true story. I woke up, found out that the apartment next to me was shot up. You know, there were a couple people, cars who, you know, got their windows blown out, their tires were shot, and things like this. But what really stood out to me was the fact the police officers were going around the complex trying to, you know, find gun shells and things like that. The police officer came to my patio where the crystal was, and I'm looking out the window. I'm not outside, so I'm watching him, and I'm watching him. And he shines the light on the top of the crystal, and he just like stares at it. I'm guessing he's like, no, should I pick it up? He did not touch it though. He just looked at it for a few seconds, and he kept going. But that, to me, it was something very, you know, strange, like how he came over there and looked at it. It was just weird. But that's what happened after the clearing that we had. And, like, I immediately knew, like, whatever entity that was not trying to let me go, you know, definitely had something to do with it. And what was so crazy about it was that I woke up, you had just went live, like maybe 10 minutes before then, before I called you and told you what happened. You had just went live, and you went live and you were talking about how Spirit has led you to make protection packages, you know, your followers and things. And it was just like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just all type of, you know, coincidences that
synchronicities
made me realize that, yeah. It was just like,
and it was during that
man,
time that I knew that I had to put protection kits together for a reduced price. And then Spirit started adding more product to what I was doing and more innovative stuff that nobody's done before that I need to get patent before I can even put it on here, because I know as soon as other people see it, they're going to try and replicate it, but it's not going to be my anointing or what the universe had given me. Because my anointing's powerful. There's nothing weak about Blue Flame. Nothing. I rock with Archangel Michael and Raphael. So they're my boys, and that's the way it goes. You come at me, guess what? You're in big trouble.
And I would tell anybody a little more, you know, confirmation, just, you know, the power of your gift, I had a reading with another tarot reader, and and immediately she channeled in on my energies. This was like maybe 2 months later after we did the clearing.
Mm-hmm.
She immediately noticed. She was like, with your energy, I'm picking up on heavy Archangel Michael energies. He was like, he is really protecting you during this time. And instantly, I went back to the clearing that I did with you, and it was just more confirmation, that the clearing was successful, and that, I'm in a good space. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That to me was really
what I did with him was, and everything's spirit led. It's different with every single person I do clearings with, but with him, I actually had Archangel Michael touch his arc field to keep his shield up with his flaming blue sword. I almost forgot to do it, and then I'm like, oh, Archangel Michael, come back here a minute. And I activated his shield with that sword. I asked him to. And it's still there. All you gotta do is call upon it and say, put that shield up. And he's got that with him.
Yeah. So anybody who is considering getting energy work done, I would definitely reach out to Lisa.
Be prepared.
Will change your life, Yeah, definitely be prepared, and be in the space to be prepared for whatever, because you don't know, but it will definitely change your life. Like, now I still deal with things, but I'm able to deal with things more effectively. I'm not as in my feelings about things, all the feelings I've had about like my past karmic relationships, like those left immediately. Like after that clearing, like my ex, which I'm not gonna lie, like I used to go and stalk their Instagram and Twitter, like all of that, those feelings of wanting to do that were gone, beating myself up about, relationships that didn't work, like all of that left. I did not deal with those energies anymore. Like they just left, those attachments.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, I'm just really empowered to continue to do the work that I need to do to heal myself. Like all of the garbage and the negative talk, it has left.
Living your best life.
Yes, literally.
And not to mention,
and I noticed a major change in myself. Like a week later, it was like I was a different person. So I have no doubt in Lisa's gift. I really don't.
Well, thank you. Not to mention, me and all of my the people who I do readings with or I do energy clearing with, I develop they're part of my soul group at that point. Like, I will train them in what I do. That's probably going to be my next, because it's time to empower the rest of everybody else to be able to do what I do. And so I'm going to be looking at writing a book, and I've been collecting data, and
definitely.
I'm an energy clearer. I'm an energy healer. I don't just read cards. Yeah, it's a gift I have, which is very sacred and very precious. Thank God for it. He got me into the esoteric community, but it was to help you. It wasn't necessarily because I wanted to go here. It was because you guys were here. That's why. Has nothing to do with me or fame or anything like that. It has all to do with setting people free from things that are holding them back. And I had to go through it myself. So this isn't anything that I'm not freaking telling you that I didn't go through. I've been through it. So we're all still healing together, and it's going to be a process. But thank you, E-Dog, very much. I've been wanting to get you on here to talk, and
Yeah.
because people
No
really
problem.
don't.
And I just want to, one thing that I have come to the realization about is if you're on Lisa's channel, you're called to be on Lisa's channel. I believe your subscribers are like that for a reason because everyone isn't called to do the work that we're called to do. So if you're on Lisa's channel, take advantage of the information she gives us because it's powerful and it comes from the divine. I would tell you that because Lisa can tell me one thing and I get synchronicities and confirmation like immediately after. So I'm awakened to know that, if you're on her vibration, you're on there for a reason. So get the energy clearing that you need to get, reach out to her for any readings, so you can get on your post because it is it's important, like she said, she is here to awaken us and help get us free in this true guys. So just take advantage of it, and get free.
There's no point in staying stuck on past people anymore at this point. That's why, like I said, shame on those readers who are keeping people past, just people stuck just so that you keep going back to their channel 2 years later on the same damn person. It's like, I've been there, I know. But when you release these people and you no longer harbor any kind of resentment or anger, or you're just indifferent.
Right.
And it's like,
it started with the real work.
It does. It starts with the clearing and doing the general forgiveness is the huge part. And trust me, everybody hates that part. Nobody, but it's not for them, it's for you. And look how free you are as a result for doing that. Even if you don't feel it, just speaking it out, it works. Spirit frees you because you had the faith to speak it out. It's the power of words. And then your emotions fall into line. You might not be feeling it at the time that you forgive them, but guess what? Your emotions will fall into line then. Are you still there, E-Dog?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Well, I thank you for giving me a call. Thank you for letting everybody know. Your phone number kind of like at the very beginning of this, Jess is like, cover up his phone number. So if your phone number flashes, I apologize. Is that a bad thing?
You're good.
Okay.
No,
I just wanted to let you, I love you, and everybody that's on here is like cool beans, and we're all a tribe, we're all soul group, and I don't think anybody would harass you, dude. And if they do, let me know. You don't want me mad. You don't want me mad. I'll call down the thunder and the lightning. And that's the interest.
Pull out the gun for the plug.
And that the other thing is, like I said,
you get the Glock.
Yes, yeah, you mess with the flock, you get the Glock, people. Actually, it's a 9mm, but whatever.
Well, I love you, dear. I would definitely give you a call later on.
All right, you can get back on the live stream if you feel like it. I know that you were busy. Thank you for taking time out of your day to at least come on and let people know that I'm not a fraud. So let somebody come on and say I'm a fraud once. I dare someone to pull cards and say I'm a fraud. That's a challenge.
Oh yeah, that will expose themselves. We'll know that they're a fraud then.
I saw somebody doing this to other readers, saying that they're a fraud, and they'll put their thumbnail up there with their picture on it and say so and so is a fraud, and then they'll sit there and pull cards on them. A Leo in reverse, it was.
I wonder who that is.
You already know. We ain't going to talk about that though. Let her try. My Lilith in Pisces has been waiting to get into a nice scrap in the 5. Either way. Just say.
I love it.
I love you, E-Dog, and you can get back on the stream now. If you want, or you
Love
can.
you.
I
I'll
love
talk to
you
you
too.
later.
Okay, we'll see you. Mwah.
Mwah. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye. So, I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of impromptu. Jess, I will message you as soon as I'm done with this live stream about what you messaged me. Yeah, my clearings are a lot different than when they first started a year ago. Not that they weren't powerful back then too, but that was the beginning of this transformation and transformative period. And signs and synchronicities that followed afterward. Jess actually had it, was one of my first people that I did a clearing with. And it was pretty powerful. She actually had a butterfly that was in a chrysalis come out like 30 minutes after I did her clearing. It was cool. Because she asked for a sign and Spirit gave her a sign. A butterfly. So like, I can't make this stuff up. I'm not trying. I don't make this stuff up. These are testimonials from people that have gotten clearings from me. I get sometimes, if I do readings, I'll get names, I'll get events, and it wasn't timing too. It came out. Third day, rise again. Yep. That's how I roll. So those are my energy clearings. I don't know about the rest of everybody else or what they do. That's how I roll now. Spirit's been changing things up, and Spirit's been showing me different models and different things to do, and they're getting more and more powerful. Now, with my energy clearings at this point, Spirit did tell me, look, you've dealt with a demonic entity now. And obviously we all have attachments. So, and I've dealt with these demonic entities even when I was in Brazil. This isn't my first rodeo with these with entities. They're just soul suckers, you know. And they stay attached, and they're not your fault. Let's just put it out there. There's no shame in having an attachment. None. They're the ones that keep you in repetitive cycles. And there's no shame to have an attachment. It's not wanting to remove it and letting it wreak havoc on your life is kind of the problem. Not knowing what to do about it. Has been an issue because most healers don't understand this concept of removing entities. They just clear your chakras, but the entities are still there. They'll cut cords, but the other end of the cord is still stuck in you where the entity is. I remove it all. Or should I say Spirit does. It's not me. It uses me as a vessel. And then we clear you and heal you, and then we put up a shield and activate. Lightworker activated. So, and that's why I have to do a talk interview with people now, because I don't want to leave. It's my responsibility. Someone comes on and says, yes, I need this, I need that done. If they're doing something in their life that they're not willing to change, that's going to keep that energy attached, and I remove that energy, and they don't fill that void with something good, if it just stays void, and or they start doing the same thing again, and they don't fill it up, that space up, that negative space up with positive, they can have more attachments come and reattach, and will leave that person in a worse space than what I had initially had helped them with. Spirit has showed me this And I'm not going to do that to somebody. So I need to have my discernment, and I need to have just a one-on-one consult, where they're at spiritually, what they want done, what they've been dealing with, especially if they're dealing with narcissists. They're dealing with a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, those kind of tendencies, and I can get rid of them. No problem. But are you going to reopen the door with going back to the same old behavior and not put up boundaries? Are you going to hold fast to your boundaries? I say go no contact, period, until you're powerful enough to overcome it yourself. Because at one point, you're going to have to face it yourself. It's like David slaying Goliath. Slingshot, 3 smooth stones. So, sorry if I use so much biblical references, but that's what I know. I know it works. I don't know of anybody else who the only other person I know that does this is certain groups who have trained me in divine healing and deliverance. I've taken deliverance ministry. I've gone to Brazil and saw demons manifest, puking and crawling around on the floor, crawling up walls, screaming. I don't allow that in my clearings. That's straight from like, a lot of people are like, ooh, demons are scary. No, they're not. You can bind them and not allow them to hurt somebody. You can they'll talk to you if you tell them to. Who wants to talk to them? I don't even let them talk. I bind them and I cast them out. Send them into the light. The person tells it to leave. And that's how I roll. A lot of times, even if you had pain or you had an injury or an infliction, it's a spirit. Because it's a trauma. These spirits attach through trauma. Ancestral trauma. That's why I said don't feel bad if you have a... Because I know when I found out that I had an attachment, it was an ancient attachment. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because my shaman removed it. And I did the work on myself. But yeah, it was... I didn't feel bad about it. I had a feeling because of the cyclical cycle. If you're going in a pattern in a cyclical cycle where the same thing keeps happening over and over again, that's a pretty good indication it's an entity. I know this. I've done this. I've done the work. Here's the other thing. If people do not have these signs that follow, you better question who you're getting clearings and stuff from. There's specific signs that follow people who have gifts. And basic overflow is healing and deliverance. I've wore my oil up here that I've made. I've wore my oil. These oils, I've wore them out in public. Each one of them is different. That's for air signs, that's for earth signs, that's for water signs, that's for fire signs. Then I have one that is specifically for psychic giftings. I have one to be able to, one for energy chakra clearing. And I have another one that is, one's for psychic, one's for specifically just grounding. These are for the signs, these are for grounding, healing, and psychic abilities. They all came from spirit. Every single one of them. I only have 3 of each. And then I have my high priest stuff that I can't sell to just anybody. unless they're doing what I do, which is this one. This is my special blend. I do like the air sign one though. Very close to that one. I like them all actually. They all smell wonderful. Oh, prosperity and love too. With the one is prosperity with the grounding, and the healing one also is a love infuser. You can also use these oils on. You can use these oils that I have on these bracelets with the beads. You can use them as a diffuser. And now I even made, hello, I made baths. I have six or seven different blends of that. As well as, and I make all my own jewelry, all of it. I make it all. I even have keychains. I make all my own jewelry. All of these are always, when you get them in the mail, they will be drenched in that holy oil. Well, not that one. This one. They'll be drenched in this. And I've also made busters, which I'm going to put lights in. And I got to do a little bit of these orgonite busters. I'm actually going to put like little white lights in them. I ordered them. And oh yeah, I also have spray. Oop, I also have sprays too that I've made. See? That have crystals in the bottom. These are another different blend. And then I have a clearing spray that I have that's sage clearing spray. All of this stuff has been made by me. I didn't get anybody else's blend. This is all by me, all by Spirit. And my kits that I put together are rather cheap considering what everything is individually. So I will be starting my Etsy store. I'll be starting my Etsy store this week. I still have a few things that I have to put together yet. I've been waiting to grab a few things. Like I said, even with the orgonite busters, I kind of wanted them to be like a little light. So, but then Spirit also gave me an idea that has to do with magnets. Ooh, I just got chills. That has to do with magnets, even with those lights and the batter. Now my crown chakra is gone. Like even my tree back here, I let people pick their own. It's gonna be everything's gonna be on my Etsy account. So if they want to pick a kit, it'll be cheaper than just getting everything specifically individually. This is the stuff I said. You want to know what? Well, actually, any of them. They all have this. The base of every single one of my oils and my baths have this clearing high priest oil in it. This was the same, a little bit different because it has the, obviously they didn't use crystals, but this has crystals in it. And I used a little bit different, the 13, 14 spices that were used for the Ark of the Covenant for that oil is in this. Not to be replicated, so I did not replicate it, but it's very close. Spirit gave me this and said, make that oil. And it was right before the brewski came out. So I'm like, why is people not like getting this? Because it's for healing and divine healing. And I was using it. I even had it. I made this oil before I did Eric's clearing. Before I did E-Dog's clearing. I had all these oils. I get it. Right now it's bad time. But I'm going to put it out in faith, and I suggest, like, I know Spirit is going to provide. So I've been waiting a while for my Etsy store, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm also going to be making my own deck cards. I have some pictures taken. I still have some pictures I still have to take. And it's soon going to be nice, so I can soon go out and start taking pictures in nature. Because I'm going to be making my own oracle deck with certain places around my hometown here, which is Native American. So very shamanic place, very healing, for me anyway. Was cursed land. I was put here to help over, I guess, to be a bridge between that whole thing. So, if you want to know anything else about my kits that I put together for protection, get a hold of me. I'm going, like I said, as soon as my Etsy store is, I just have to take the pictures of the stuff and I have to put it on my mom. And I have to put it on my website or my Etsy store. So I'm trying to figure out to make sure. Like, you'll see how different everything is individually versus if you get a protection kit, because you get to actually pick your own from whatever's in the store for your kit specifically. So, and I may even include a free consultation in that, where I could pull cards if you order a kit. So, and then we'll decide from there whether you want to get an energy clearing or not. Because in these days, we need protection from the Most High. If this hasn't proven that by now, like I said, Spirit gave me the recipe for. I could barely stand up under the power of Spirit when I was making them. I wish I would have went live that night, because I was like drunk in the Spirit. I wasn't drinking anything, nor was I smoking anything. I was just like high from making these. And I'm just like, that's what happens. Oh, but it felt good. Either way, I'm gonna get off here. I wanted you guys to hear that about my energy clearings. You want to start coming into abundance and stuff like that? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it together. And yeah, I get it. Now's not the best time to ask for money, but it's not for me. It's for you. So I can use all this stuff on me. I could care less. But I made this for the mass population, not for myself. Yeah, thank you everybody who's on here. If you would like, hit the thumbs up button. If you need an energy clearing, there are rules that we can go over. You can email me, beautifulmind4275@gmail.com. I need to do, if you've been on my channel for a while, I also do pull cards too. Like I also do a reading too. Love or whatnot. Because plus ancestral, I will get down to the root of the whole issue of what's going on. That's a fact. I'll get down to the whole root issue of whether it's maternal side, paternal side. I'll get names. I'll get instances. It's happened. Anybody who knows me knows I am not a fraud. So, like I said, these people that just pull cards and talk shit, any day, bring it. Thank you. I don't claim to be anything that Spirit has not made me. I personally just yielded myself to what God said do. I've had people come against me. I've had people call me a witch. I've had people, family members, come against me and do the same thing and talk shit. Well, let them. Because their karma is not my karma. And my ancestors don't play nice. Neither does my angels. Archangel Michael is a direct protector of the blue flame. So you want him on your ass? Throw your black magic at me once. You'll regret it and wish you never did. And as far as YouTube, fuck you. Shadow banning my channel because you want to know why? I speak truth. And I'm going to continue to speak truth. I ain't going to lie to people. And anybody who does ought to be ashamed of themselves. Promoting people who lie. And bad behavior. Yeah, I just flipped you off. I didn't flip anybody else off. I'm flipping you off personally. Stealing from creators. Stealing from people. Trying to keep people stuck. Promoting readers who lie. And keep people in vicious cycles. How dare you? Yeah, I get it. The twin flame dynamic is very real, but it's very abusive too in the beginning. Don't be sitting there giving people hope when somebody's a trash bag that isn't working on themselves. Tell them and give them the tools to move forward and be a better person. No, they cut people like me off who try and help people move forward. Well, guess what? Your game is over. People with 150, 200,000 subs that really aren't helping people, but giving out these bogus love readings instead of loving themselves first because they don't know how to do it and keeping them stuck. For the next week, your love reading next week is going to sound exactly like the one the week before that and the week before that. Have you ever noticed that? Nothing ever changes, but there's someone coming in, and then when it doesn't happen, and you're like, nobody's talking to me. Who could this be? Is this my ex? Is this my ex? Your ex loves you so much, they're stalking you, and they might be, but doesn't mean they love you, because they don't know how to love themselves. The twin flame dynamic is very real. I'm not going to say that it's not. But I can't be with my twin. He's toxic. I still care about him. I still love him unconditionally, but he's toxic. Universe made sure of that. Put his ass right in prison. Anybody who screw with me, they've either got a DUI, all of them, that we couldn't be together, or now one has been put in prison. So they can't mess with me. I'm the last one they want to mess with. Well, my twin was toxic for me too. Spirit said, you want to know what? You guys cannot be together physically. You can love him from a distance. But I had to learn to love myself first before I could even put that out and radiate that. I had to work on me first. And working on me was detaching from him, even though they're always, kind of there. But at least it takes the ruminating thoughts away. And sometimes they're false twins. So you're aware. They're narcissistic parasites that come at you like a real twin. You think they are, but they're not. They're karmic. Well, they're all getting exposed. No, they're all getting exposed. Welcome to my channel, by the way. I appreciate it. You might want to, I don't know if you got to watch the reading, the last one I just did, but it was pretty good. This is after the Rona. What we got to look forward to after this. It is very painful. I understand that pain. You can ask anybody that's been on my channel. They've saw me go through this. They saw the ups and downs with me. Jess has been on here for a while. That girl, a lot of my people has witnessed my evolution of my soul. A lot of people have witnessed me at a low vibration. Trying. So, I get it. We're not all going to be. But it's because I worked on me. Because I wanted to be a better person. And sometimes it took me to take a step back from YouTube as well. And it wasn't that I don't love you guys, but it was because I wasn't at the highest vibration that I should be. I was shifting. And until I knew that I was putting out a positive vibration, I wasn't going to put that on my YouTube subs. Because that's, and it wasn't me being fake. Trust me, there's tons of videos I have of me being real raw and real. Me calling out these readers isn't me being low vibrational either. I'm calling out their low vibration. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying what you're doing as a leader. Yep. What you're doing as a leader when you are giving people advice will come back on you. You're responsible for that. And I never want to tell somebody so-and-so's coming back without a warning attached to it. Yep. You're all definitely getting spied upon. Especially if you're glowing up and healing. And if they're a narcissist, yeah, they're watching. They're waiting for that supply source to turn back on. Because most of the people I deal with are empaths. Some people are codependent, but most of them are empaths. They very well could be very codependent empaths, but they flip over. As soon as they get stuff that they flip over into the empath. And then, you wonder what? Then they start feeling things and then they start sensing it for themselves and they're like, that's toxic. They start being able to see behind the veil and behind the facade of what, just beyond what somebody says. They start watching actions. Exactly, I refuse to, Jess. They start watching the actions of that person. That's one of the biggest lessons I had to learn. Words are powerful. They can hypnotize. Yep. Words can hypnotize. But watch their actions. If their actions don't line up with their words, you better get the fuck out of there and run. Run for the hills because you're about to get hypnotized and pulled in. Yeah, I'm telling you, a lot of the readers on here are only here for this. They're not here to help people. I'm telling you, just my chart alone. Just my chart alone will tell you how powerful I am. A matter of fact, would you like to hear what the peace dealer had to say? When I had him pull cards on me the other day? Because he didn't just pull regular cards, he pulled Ascended Master cards because he knows who I am. PD knows who I am. And he's a good friend of mine. For the most, like, we're cool. I love him to pieces. I love the peace dealer. And I still have to have cards pulled for me too. Because trust me, there's things that want to pull me back into thinking, oh yeah, what about what's going on? Because I get curious. And then I'm like, I don't want that person. Why am I even looking? But they come out in my readings. They still come out in my readings. And I'm like, get out of my fucking energy now. You don't belong here. You're not welcome. You don't belong here. Jack belongs here. Don't you? So, would you like to hear what the peace dealer had to say? I'll tell you. I'll play a little snidbit of it from the other night because I'm like, I feel like something big's about to happen, but I'm not quite sure. Right now, Saturn went in, because Saturn's my moon ruler. I'm a Cap moon. And Saturn is in Aquarius right now, right along with my natal solar ruler of Aries, which is Mars. So I will play this for you. You can hear what he had to say. He knows. He knows this girl. Where are we at? Where are you at? Bitch, where you at? That ain't it. That's not it. It was the emergency one. And I'm like, yeah, I need that. Here it is.
Gary?
And I had to re-listen to it because, hang on, it's real short. I had to re-listen to it because, hang on, it's real short. I had to re-listen to it because, hang on, it's real short. Oh, when I get on my own shit, that's
Gary?
funny. Hang on.
In the 11th house, you're manifesting the bridge.
This isn't me.
Humanity into the utopian ideal, pretty much through magic. But Neptune isn't out of your sign.
See if I can
so that's
find.
where things get a bit complicated. Yep. Did I just say this right now? The ideal bridge. I'm just saying. Okay, but it's complicated. It's not really.
Me and the peace dealer are on a lot of a very similar frequency as well.
Definitely your
So-
intuition guiding you into bliss. I feel like, see, for Pisces, babe.
Here you go. Listen.
Much love to Blue Flame. It is not too late to super chat.
Hang on
I'm
a
still
minute.
open for that.
Let me back
Once
this.
again, guys, do this with the Knox set, if you don't mind. All right. Thank you. Cosmic Triforce.
Here you go. There's my boy.
Catherine.
If you are
just
not
a
on
chat
his
up
channel,
message for me, please, Angel. Thank you, Cass.
please subscribe.
No problem at all. Let's see what we got. All right. Cass, I'm already feeling like you need to come with some sass. Not let these people talk to you any type of way.
This isn't me yet.
Sass. All right. I don't know if you want to hear that, but Cass hit him with the sass. We also do have interesting.
And you'll
This
take
is interesting.
hang on a
I wasn't
minute.
gonna pull these.
You'll take notice. I didn't ask about love. Not a damn thing. I just said what's coming up next because I feel like something big is about to happen.
These three, but
Hang on.
we do see
I'll wait till he
these
gets one
right
to me.
here.
He's funny. As soon as he gets one to me,
So the message I got,
I'll let you guys hear what he had to say.
someone might be telling you to chill out. Someone who's making it seem like they're very chill when it comes to like a new way to make money.
Which is kind of like what I've been feeling anyway. Like I know that I'm coming into a higher,
And I think be careful someone trying to finesse
more
you.
power.
It's someone who is trying to take too laid back of an approach when it comes to this opportunity. And yeah, just keep that in mind.
Okay.
But once again, bring the sass. Okay. I pick up that strongly. Like your Scorpio moon,
He's funny.
if it decides they deserve sass, give them a set less. All right. Blue flame integration. Major decisions I need to make moving forward. I feel something big is about to happen. Blue flame, something huge is about to happen. That is you. How do we do the super chat, Mahala G? You should see a $sign on the bottom.
He was going to pull romance angel cards.
Something huge is about to happen, though. You are completely right about that.
And it's funny, watch what he does. He puts the romance cards back and grabs
We're going to do the Ascended Masters, baby.
Ascended Master cards.
So, much love to Blue Flame. It is not too late to super chat. I'm still open for that. Once again, guys, once this broadcast ends, it begins. So Blue Flame, something big is happening. And a lot of that has to do with you. You are Cat Moon Gang. So there's a responsibility to what you feel as far as what happens too. Be mindful of your connection to world events that seem distant to you. You might be directly responsible for it. You might do a ritual and then you find out something happened in the news. Yes, you had something to do with it. All right, so right off the bat, we do have temperance. No problem, Teresa. Thank you, Patty Cakes.
Wait till you hear these cards that come out.
We have freedom, Hina. So take charge of the situation, Blue Flame. We got the keeper of the Blue Flame, Archangel Michael, and Moses. All right, take charge. I like how both of them are like standing on water. So this is you stepping through any emotional conflict or turmoil. And it's like you have the good management and angelic support ahead of you to take charge of what you're stepping into, especially if there's no active conflict. There will be. And I really pity the fool that's on the opposite end of your anger or challenge. Okay, Rachel Roberts. Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah. He pities the fool who's on the opposite end of my anger or challenge. So. And it's not like I talk to Peace Dealer every day or even every once in a while. I'll send him a video or I'll send him something, but and I am a part of the Vibe Tribe, so I love him. He's my buddy. Period. I can't make this shit up. And he's never got a clearing from me. He's got a reading from me before, but he's never got an energy clearing. He does not really know exactly how I do everything. But I will message you, Jess. I got your message and I'll let you know what's up. And we shall talk and set up a time. I know that I'm not busy the rest of the week. I mean, come on. I can do this whenever. So we just have to talk first because it's a little bit different now than when I did one before for you. So, yeah. Either way. Okay. Will do. I'll get a hold of you later this afternoon, a little bit later. I'm going to end this stream right now. I just wanted to let you guys know. I'm coming into my own. And my Etsy store will be up and going, I'd say, within the next few days. I have all my crystals charged. I will be making bracelets. I have all of my... And I wasn't even going to do bath stuff or those type of oil sprays. Well, apparently Spirit thought otherwise. So I will be I'll let y'all know, I'm going to be putting pictures. Watch my community page as soon as it's up and going. And if you have any questions, you can email me on it. We are on the Glow Up tour. We are on the Peace Out Glow Up. Dude, I can take this is the one thing I said. If Spirit says get up and move at this point, now that my daughter's pretty much graduated at any given time, I can take my shit on the road. I can take my stuff on the road. So I will be doing this along with whatever third dimensional possible job, because I want to get into helping women and children who are abused horribly. I want to get into helping women and children who have been human trafficked. That has been my heart. That has been my soul. That has been what I wanted to do since before I started college in 2010. That has been the whole reason I went to school, was for counseling type stuff. And I end up on YouTube pulling tarot cards, which is cool. People in this community needed me. This was a great experience, and I'm going to continue doing this. However, it's unconventional, and I don't do it like anyone else. Tennessee first. You can always come here too. So like I said, I can take things on the road. I could take my whole YouTube. I could take everything right with me. Which is the nice thing about having this. So, along with, wherever I end up, as far as if I'm working with women and children who are abused. Human trafficking, somewhere along those lines, whether we'll figure it out. But something's going to happen here real directly. And I just have to get things in order. So, I've been working on it. You guys saw, I've been working on my office. I've been doing things. I've been working on my product. Obviously, I have a whole line of stuff. So you guys see that it's not just me like pulling back and just being lazy, even if some days I am like that. But it's because I get physically exhausted. I'm transmuting stuff even in my sleep. And many of you are as well. We fight demons in our sleep. So that's what we do as a light worker and a starseed. We're remembering past lives there too. And a lot of it is coming up in your dream state to be healed. So be writing down your dreams and stuff. If you get a reading from me, I guarantee I'll probably pick up on some of it. I guarantee it. All right. And like I said, I apologize. I've not really pulled for the signs. I pulled for the collective. Because it seems like every time I pull for the signs, I'm tapping into a lower vibrational energy of people wanting somebody to come back. And then I have to give them what I'm hearing, which is the low vibrational stuff. And I don't mind doing that sometimes. Like, I guess I can get into that. But I don't want to tell people and lie to people if they're dealing with low vibrational creatures that are parasitic. People don't want to hear that. People want to hear so-and-so still loves you and they're coming back. I mean, I could lie to people. No, I can't. I can't lie to anybody. People can manifest and do love spells, but watch, you want to manifest and do a love spell? Watch the movie, what is that movie called with the witches? Where the chick does a love spell and the guy's like obsessed then to the max. What it has to do with witches. I'm not a witch, so I don't do any spells. I don't do graveyard spells. I don't do love spells. You want to know what my spells are? Out my mouth. And I deploy angels and ancestors and a shield, which is a reflector. It comes right back at the person times 100. So I pity the fool who's on the other end of my anger. someone upsets me that bad. All right. Like I said, my last few readings have only gotten like less than 100 views. Please like, share, and subscribe if any of my readings resonate. If you have not saw the reading I just did, please do. If you need anything, if you need an energy clearing, if you need a reading, get a hold of me. If you need ancestral clearing, get a hold of me. We need to do an interview first. Be prepared. I need to prepare you the best that I can. I need to prepare myself, sort of. I'm usually always prepared. It's just I got to prepare my people, because if an entity comes up, they need to know what to do and what it is. So, because they will feel it, and it's a little bit creepy. I know what it is exactly. So I don't sit there and fight with these things like you'd see on The Exorcist or something like that, where the chick's head spinning and no, we don't do that up here. I bind all that. Don't work that way with me. By the way, I'm gonna let you go. God bless. Have a wonderful day. It's a new day. New day has come. And like I said, I haven't done readings for any of the signs this month. And I had plenty of time to do it. It's just I didn't want to get into low vibrational energy, so I just didn't. And I'm not saying they're all like that, but I want to see the collective come up higher. I do. I recognize that there's some people that are still looking for that do need me, that are coming to look for answers. It's just a lot of people, it's scary because I'll talk higher on a higher plane, and it's hard to bring it down to the 3D then, but I could go into love stuff, I guess, like what people are feeling, and empathize that way. So we'll see. I'll probably put out readings for May, but the collective readings, I'm not stopping. Nope. Either way, I love you guys. If you feel like you'd like to donate to my channel, you're more than welcome. Stuff will be down in the description box. Don't super chat me, because then YouTube takes 30% of it. Screw them. And PayPal me if you want to do that. That's fine. I'd appreciate it. Any little donation does help. If you need any product, let me know. I got a whole shit ton of it. For protection, for healing, for yourself, spiritual baths, spray, the get the fuck gone spray. Yeah, that stuff works well. Wake up. I got all kinds of anointing oils for healing, for you, for yourself, for protection, and for other people, for your property. It's sort of like putting the blood over the door. You guys catch my drift. Death angel passes over you. By the way, I'm gonna go. I love you. Have a good one. Take care. Peace and out. Central Pennsylvania. Bye-bye.